What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Buzzfeed test. We're gonna call this 24.5 since, as you saw in the title, I'm retrying this stupid recipe. There was just too many of you calling for my head on a steak last week for me to not do this again, and as much as I didn't want to, I'm going to. But this time it's gonna happen. I'm gonna take all of your comments and stuff I've read in articles on the internet into account and try to test every single variable. So, let's get started. Alright, so a lot of people's biggest complaints last week was that I didn't have the same molds as Buzzfeed had. And listen, I went out again this week, probably to every craft store within 50 miles of my house, and nobody had it. Everyone kept telling me that they either never have it or it's just not the season for it. And considering it's now March, the best thing I could find was these egg molds. So, I bought quite a few of them, and this is how they're going to break down. All of the purple eggs are going to have a coating of non-stick spray, while all of the multicolored ones up here will not. I also have 3 different types of chocolate to use. Some white chocolate candy melts, some milk chocolate candy melts, and just some straight up milk chocolate chips. So let's grab some labels and start labeling these up. The 2 on the left are going to be the white chocolate candy melts. Obviously the purple one's going to have the non-stick spray. The 2 in the middle are just going to be some normal milk chocolate chips. I'm expecting these to come out the worst. And the final 2 on the right are going to be milk chocolate candy melts. No, MCM does not stand for Man Crush Monday. Even though I already know that I'm going to be all of yours on Monday. So let's start with the white melts. A huge complaint you guys had was that I microwaved the chocolate rather than tempering it in a double boiler. So I assembled a nice ratchet double boiler out of what I had. Got the water up to a boil. Once it's boiling, then you turn the heat down and allow the water to simmer. Then you're going to put a heat-safe bowl on top of that and you pretty much have your double boiler. So I threw 2/3 of the white chocolate that I was going to use into the bowl and allowed that to slowly melt down for a couple minutes. Once your chocolate looks nice and smooth and silky, you're going to take it off of the heat and then add in the rest of your chocolate. You're going to allow the heat from the melted chocolate and the bowl to melt those, and you're going to be left with this nice smooth chocolate mix. So we're going to grab our 2 molds, give the purple one a nice coating in non-stick spray, and then throw a few tablespoons of chocolate in each one. I then tape the sides of the molds just to make sure that they don't pop open, and slowly and carefully coated the inside. Almost immediately I realized how much easier this one was to coat than the one I did last week. Things are looking up. Now that those are both coated, we are going to throw those in the freezer for about a half hour. Next up we got our milk chocolate candy melts, so we're going to repeat the same exact process. Melt some chocolate down over your double boiler, then throw some more in, get it nice and silky smooth. If you're anything like me, you may find resisting the urge of shoving your face with chocolate during this entire process very difficult. Good luck with that. Lightly spray your purple mold and then throw a few tablespoons of chocolate in each one of those and coat them up as well. Again, these are a lot easier to coat than they were last week. And you are going to throw those in the freezer right alongside your white chocolate. Alright, last but not least, we're going to just shoot some straight up milk chocolate chips. So melt those down the same exact way. These are going to take a couple extra minutes to melt. That is looking good just like that. Now take your last 2 molds, spray one of them, divide your chocolate in each mold, and then coat them. Things are moving a little bit too easily at this point. I'm expecting it all to crash and burn soon. And just add those in the freezer with all the other ones. A lot of you guys also suggested that I turn the molds every couple minutes in the freezer, so I did that about 2 or 3 times during the 30 minutes they were in there, and finally took them all out. Here we are, and we are going to attempt to pop these suckers open. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. As scared as I am, we have to do it. I'm gonna go with the no sprayed one first. Can I get a drum roll? Editor, I'm talking as if I'm not the one who edits these videos. Ew. Is that a hair? I got the top off, but now the bottom doesn't want to move. Oh boy. Trying to carefully peel. So not only is there a newfound crack in the top, which I did not do, it was there, but my finger has now gone right through it. 0 for 1. Same kind of chocolate. Let's see if the spray had any effect on it. Alright, so once again, I got the top removed. There's a crack before I even try to get to the bottom. Alright, before I break this even more, I'm gonna attempt to put the bottom in a little bit of hot water.
One eternity later.
Oh my god. I don't understand why this is so difficult. It doesn't want to come out of the bottom for anything, but the heat from my hand just broke the top. 0 for 2. Alright, how about some milk chocolate meltables? Now that I'm already 100 times more frustrated than last week. Okay, as we've learned, that is the easy part. This is the impossible part. What else can I do? Alright, so I just shaved around where the lip is. Maybe there's a glimmer of hope that this thing will pop out. I just got so excited for absolutely no reason at all. So now the water just made the chocolate too soft. And it's all mushy. Alright, this is number 4. The milk chocolate meltables with cooking spray. I would be happy if there wasn't like 4 holes in it, and I have a very odd feeling that that is the closest we're going to get. Alright guys, this is our last hope. These are our milk chocolate chips. Shaved a little chocolate off, spent a couple minutes trying to get this, and nope. And I was right. Let's reassemble what we had last week with some brownies, some ice cream. Wow, that mold's looking great. And top it all off with some nice hot white chocolate sauce. And there it is. So happy I spent another 50 bucks to redo this video. If you liked today's video, guys, and our first ever retry of a failure, please smash that thumbs up for me. Let's shoot for 4,000 today. As always, if you guys have any more suggestions for stuff I have not tried yet that you want me to try, leave it right down in the comments. And have an absolutely awesome rest of your week. I'll see you right back here next Thursday. Peace!